G'day gamers, Gob here. Welcome back to Gob's Quickies. Are you enjoying 117? Have you been exploring the caves and found all that good stuff? If you have, you might have found yourself some dripstone. And if you find dripstone, you can actually grow it. It has wonderful uses. You can use it to get water, you can use it to get lava, or you can just use it to make more dripstone blocks for interesting construction and builds and things like that. And I have here behind me a wonderful little build that lets you grow your dripstone and get more. You can farm it and make dripstone blocks, and it's just absolutely epic. Let's go check it out. But if you haven't already, hit that sub button, it's just down there, and make sure you comment at the end of the video. Right, let's get to it. Right, this is a very simple little farm, uses the same sort of mechanics as a lot of other farms, you know, like bamboo and sugarcane and all that good stuff. Just simply observers and pistons, and it will break your blocks. And as your dripstone grows, the observers pick it up and go, oi, there's something there, and wax it off, and you get your dripstone pointed bits down the bottom. So let's go build it. Now, to build this, you need an area 5 by 10. Pretty simple. And you will need what's here. You'll need a couple of chests, some redstone, some pistons, some hoppers, observers, a number of construction blocks of your choosing. And I'm going to use deep slate here. You're going to need some dripstone blocks, some dripstone pieces, some water, some glass, and a little bit of pretty stuff. Right, let's grab all that. Now, to build this, we're going to need to work out where we want our chests. I'm going to chuck our chests here. I'm going to whack out that, put down my deep slate, and then put my chest down. You can just use a single chest if you want, but I'm going to use a double chest in this occasion. What we want to do then is just chuck down hopper into the back of a chest. Okay, so we're using the front part of a chest and put one down. You can get away with one, but I'm going to use two. And what we're going to do now is just ring this area. So we've got an area to work within. And it should look something like that. And what I want to do now is just close this area in. What I get you to do now is just put another row around. If you wanted to inset your chest into the ground, you wouldn't need this additional row. And it looks like that. Okay? With our water bucket, just place your water down there, and it should roll down to the end and finish just above the chest, like that. Awesome. Grab your stairs and just whack them on top of the chest so you don't see the water, but you can still open it. Now take your pistons. We want to place our pistons down on top of the block facing towards the water stream, just like that. And then we get our observers, we place them down on top of the pistons, so the little red dot, which is the redstone signal, is facing to the rear, and the little face that's looking at what's happening is facing to the front, like that. And what we want to do then is just put a row of blocks along the top of the observers. Now get your dripstone blocks and place them along the top of those blocks there, so they're one above the observer. Then what we want to do is just place a piece of dripstone on top of each of the dripstone blocks, so it's dangling down in front of the observer. Now the observer will watch that, and when that dripstone changes and it grows, it'll send a signal to the piston, which will break off the bit that grows down below it. But at this stage, it's not going to do nothing because there's no power. What we need to do is power it. And we do that by placing down a block behind each of the pistons and then putting a bit of dust on top. So when the observer sees a change, it'll power that dust, which will power that block, which will power the piston. And you end up with that. We'll just put that there. Happy days. So that's actually working. Now, the thing is, at the moment, the dripstone won't actually grow because it needs flowing water above it. Well, it needs water above it to be able to do that. So we need to make a water channel. So get your blocks and block off there so you don't see the dripstone. We'll go around the edges. Then we'll close it in. Because at the moment it's not dripstone, it's just stone. It's not actually dripping. Make sure you close this in, because once you get the water, you don't want it flowing out over your redstone, because that'll be putting you in a world of hurt. And now I want you to just fill this area up with water. And now the magic happens. See, it's dripping. Now, if you wanted to put a cauldron under there, you'd fill your cauldron up. If you put lava up there instead of water, and you put a cauldron underneath it, you'll fill it up with lava. But now the dripstone's going to grow. We just want to close in the side here. We want to get our glass. And we'll just seal this up. So that when the pistons do work, they don't knock our dripstone out the front. And all we have to do now is just close this in. If you don't care about the look, you can just leave that as it is. But I don't like to see the redstone. So I'll just close it in. Now, if you're on a server and you're worried about lag, then it's a good idea just to chuck a light source inside so the redstone is illuminated and you don't get a bit of lag from the redstone. And all you have to do now is cap it off, and you can put whatever roof you want. You don't even need a roof if you don't want to, but I'm just going to chuck down some copper on here. Love that sound. And there you go, a functioning dripstone farm. And it'll just sit around there and do its magic as time goes by. So you can just do your stuff around your base and it will work. And you can actually take a little bit of time and decorate it up a bit like that one over there if you so wish. So there you go, dripstone for days. Don't call me a drip. Don't call me a drip. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other content. And make sure you give it a build. And chuck me down a comment and let me know what you think. But that's all I got time for today. Until next time, hooroo!